So we will do the vowels of English. All right, here is the vowel chart. I'll write down here. Notice that this is supposed to represent kind of going along with your mouth, so that this is the front of your mouth. These are vowels made in the front. These are vowels where your tongue is more in the back of your mouth. And like we talked about, there's high and low too. So we'll kind of go through them all and make them with me. So the point of these videos is we can be making these sounds freely, like we can't in class as much, right? So let's go through the front vowels. And also, oh, one thing I want to note, make sure you notice again, I hopefully mentioned this in class, but there's 3 vowels, this and this and this, and those are more central than these front vowels and these back vowels. You need to push them in when you're drawing this, because we're going to talk, it'll make more sense later, but these, you literally make them with your tongue. This is, when you make that schwa, your tongue is right in the middle of your mouth, kind of going something. And these also, your tongue is a little more central than it is when you make these. These are more extreme vowels, okay? Just keep that in mind. So we'll go through, we'll just do the front vowels first. And again, feel, so kind of with your mouth, E, I. So this is E like bead. This is bid, I. This is A like bay, a bay. But remember, oh sorry, I didn't draw this one very well, since I'm gonna erase it and redo it so you can see this is the A. All right, remember that whenever we transcribe this in American English, you're gonna do this, because when American people say bay, their tongue moves a little bit. It moves from here to here, right? So it's not a big movement, so you don't notice it easily, but bay, that first part, that's the sound. Bay, then you're making more like I. So bay, right? So bay, that's this, This is and it's a little more central. And then this is ba. All right, if you are from Michigan or parts of the Midwest, when you make this vowel, I do this all the time, you nasalize it quite often. So I have to, I'm kind of actually pausing. So when I say, so some of you try kind of just say bad, and hold your nose, bad. And if you hear air coming out, you are nasalizing this vowel. One of the things people notice about Midwest speakers and Michigan speakers. So I have to kind of focus and say bad, all right? Those are the front vowels. So you should, let's go through them and feel how you're going down in your mouth when you say them. E, I, E. So you should feel, or you can see my mouth going down. All right, then we'll do the back ones. So the back ones, we have oo. This is So this is an oo like in boot or suit, oot. This is could. This would be like could. This is could, should, hood. All right, it's a lot with D. Anything without D. Anyway, this isn't as common a vowel. Make sure you do this is the small U, with the tail is the oo, and this one is like a horseshoe with little flying wings on it. If you do this, I do not know what that vowel is, I'll mark it wrong, because I don't know if you mean this or this. All right, then this is O, and I'll erase this so we can. This one is another, just like when we did this vowel here, when in English, whenever you say O, you actually say, you don't just say O, the pure O like you do in Japanese or Spanish. you say oh, and your mouth goes up a little bit, and at the end, oh, you're making that sound a little bit. So when you transcribe a word like though, you use o, this is the way we will always transcribe it for American English. All right, here is the ah, that's rounded. Awesome, think of the word awesome. And again, these two ones are the ones that some people, so some Americans do not say these two as different vowels. And like we talked about in class, if you say like this, the word body, different than body, and the name dawn, different than done, and the most famous thing people use is they use caught and cat. All right, these are the distinctions people use. So most people from Michigan will have these as two separate vowels. Most people from Midwest. Some parts of the country, like if you feel like I say those words kind of the same, I don't notice the difference between them, these two vowels have probably merged for you. We'll talk about this more in detail later. It means you're gonna have a hard time, but you're gonna have to try to hear the difference between these two. And the big difference is, one of the things we said, all these vowels are unrounded. Our front vowels are unrounded in English. Our back vowels are rounded, except that one. And in British English, this one is rounded. So that's when they would say body, dawn, caught, right? But we say ah, like open your mouth wide at the dentist. This is that vowel. Body, caught, dawn. Now I'm gonna say something here. Don't worry about it. If it confuses you, forget it. But if this is all clear for you, and you're kind of thinking, all right, I say body, dawn, caught. I kind of say caught, and caught. But you feel like, oh, I actually say that a little differently. So what happens, people from Michigan especially, and some Midwesterners, we actually have moved this vowel up a bit, and we make this vowel, which is a little different. And this is going to be kind of like cat, cat, not caught, like open your mouth, cat. It's more like cat, cat, dan, body. It's a little, we do this. That's kind of, when people talk about a Michigan accent, it's this vowel and it's the nasalization of this that they really notice. All right, so don't panic. This is not a regular phoneme, it's like a dialect thing, so we're not gonna use it when we begin to transcribe. We're gonna use this, because we're trying to just transcribe the basic phonemes, but that's the case. Then the other thing, here's the this is the one where this is unstressed. This is when you use the schwa. Like if I'm gonna transcribe the word about, this is how I would do it. I would say about, and this is that ow, ow, ow sound. This is unstressed, so I would use this. If I was going to transcribe the word hut, that's stressed, so I would use this. They both sound kind of like to my ears, but they are slightly different vowels. And in reality, the vowel is more of a back, this one is more of a back vowel. And you can probably feel this, like, so if this is in the word hut, let's say. So say the word about, and kind of stop on the about, should feel kind of in the middle, about. And so move then from that when you're saying the word about, like you have to stop, you have to think you're saying about. And then move, and then in your mind move to saying hut, and feel if your tongue moves. All right, so I'll do like I can feel that I go down and back when I say hut, the vowel versus about. Even though to my ears, those sound pretty much the same, but I can feel that my tongue is in a different place. All right, so this one is always, you always use this one when it's in a stress syllable, which will make more sense in the future, but we're gonna have to pay attention to stress when we transcribe. And this one you use when it's not stressed. All right, so those are the basic vowels. I should add 2 more just to finish up all the English vowels. So there is the schwa with a little cursive R. This is And there is a 3 Make sure you get these different. This is the eh, this is a 3 with a little cursive R. This is also This is the same distinction here. This is unstressed, so this we use a lot, like in words like letter, butter, all those words when the at the end is not stressed. And this is the one you use when you stress a word. So if I'm gonna transcribe the word murder, this is how I'm gonna do it. Murder. Because I'm gonna use this because the first syllable is stressed, murder. The second syllable is not stressed, murder. All right? All right, stop there.